some Costello winter wheat after oilseed rape. We're just putting some compound fertilizer on it. The first application onto this field of the year. We're also striking out our 30-meter tramlines for the first time. We've the new Bogballe spreader and a new sprayer this year, so we've moved from 21-meter tramlines to 30-meter tramlines. So we're on RTK correction signal. So we had just ordinary GPS on the SF1 signal. Because now we're putting in the tramlines with GPS, we kind of want to have full repeatability on them. So this means I can put these in here now with the spreader. I can either leave that screen in the sprayer tractor or transfer the lines with a USB or through wireless transfer onto the sprayer tractor, and then the sprayer can come back and won't have to worry about nudging lines or adjusting. You can just press the button and it'll be perfectly online to drive the tram lines again the next time. It's probably the kind of our prize crop, or what looks like it so far this year. It's 7 years of direct drilling in this field. After oilseed rape, drilled around the 14th of September. Absolutely delighted with how it looks. If everything looked like this, we'd be very happy. But no, really nice. So the beauty of this being so good is, as we're moving tram lines, we can't see last year's tram line, so that's helpful. This is the new spreader, the Bogballe M35W cells. Section control, a whole lot. Massive step up for us. We used to just have a very simple Lely centerliner, but obviously that wasn't going to ever be able to spread to 30 meters, so we kind of had to upgrade. There's our big flotation tires that we like to use early on in the crop. We'll put these on for the autumn. Any spraying we're doing in the autumn, we've a set of them to go on the back of our trail sprayer as well. They're old 66 43 25. They're kind of like the same width as a 1050 in metric, so but no, they're very good to float, so we don't like having any ruts or anything in the field. So we just ran out coming up the field the last time, so we'll just sneak across to the next round. No problem at this stage of the crop with these big wheels on. PTO on, revs up, let's start, start spreading at the right time, and yeah, there we go. There we have our rate, 435 kilos a hectare, which for me is 3.5 bags to the acre. That's what I was going to use to spreading in all bags per acre. So either with the Lely centerliner, the tulip centerliner, or the Bradall, it was always working off bags per acre. So now it kind of takes a bit of getting used to working in kilograms per hectare. So yeah, I'll probably get caught out once or twice on the conversion. So that's your section bars. It's all automatic off the GPS. So once you spread your headland, you have it's marked in, and then we don't have to touch anything going along. We just steer, or not steer in this case. But so as soon as we get to the end here, it shuts off itself. Get back to the guidance page so we can see where the next tram line is. Obviously later on the crop this won't be so much of an issue because we should be able to see the tram lines from previous applications. So yeah, I just haven't perfected starting off the tram lines yet. I don't know, maybe there's some different settings I could change to make it acquire the tram line better. But yeah, so there we are, spreading again. See, we've one more tram line left in this field, so that'll end us up back up the top headland, so that's kind of not too bad to work out that way. So we're putting 0730 that's E&K fertilizer on this oat cover crop, which we're hoping to sow beans in here now, spring beans anytime soon. So it's starting to dry up a bit, not quite dry enough yet, but sort of the next chance, whenever it's dry enough, we'll be sowing beans in here. Hopefully with John there, the counter as well. So just finished putting the compound and all the rest of the winter wheat and winter barley and the rape. So I'm just going to use this opportunity while we have the white tyres on to do this and do no harm and set out the tram lines and map out the boundaries on the RTK as well where we're at. So it just leaves it a bit easier when we go to spray off the cover crop and drill the beans and everything, so it'll be ready to go. It's a bit tricky just finding it when you're on tram lines with the GPS. You're so far away from the last run, you have to really go by, so it's just doesn't be perfect when you're going starting off the next run, so it's not too bad. With the section control, I don't have to touch anything at the head on the spreader, it just does it all itself. All I have to do is steer. Press the resume on the auto steer button when we're getting close to the next line. You find yourself then. Revs up. See, it starts colouring in again when it gets to past the headland. We're only putting out 2 bags per acre on this 250 kilos a hectare, so we can fly on nearly as quick as we want. When we were back on the compound on the wheat and barley, we were at 3.5 bags an acre, which is 435 kilos per hectare, and all I could really go in was C4. Any higher than that, it was beeping at me telling me you couldn't put it out quick enough. So I suppose when you're on 30 metres, it's a lot of stuff to get out. We're coming from 21 metres with the lelly, so it's a big difference. Good fill now. So after putting 2 ton in the spreader to finish off this field, I'm not bothering with this. This kind of helps you can use it to add up what you're filling in as you're going along, but I don't bother with it. There's no need for it when we're using bags and that, so we know exactly what's happening. So PTO on, start. There we go. Nearly missed that one. Off we go again. The first year on tram lines with the integrated auto steer. Last few years we had another 6930 with we just had one of the universal ATU steering wheels in it, which is fine. It's grand for sewing and stuff, but you're trying to find the tram lines quickly, it's quite wobbly, and especially when you're going at a speed, it's quite wobbly. But this 6930 we got last September. It has fully green star already and integrated auto steer, so it's a great job. Probably still use the other 6930 with the sort of hint with the universal wheel for drilling, because well, for this spring only, because of the spring we'll probably be putting on some sort of liquid fertilizer, and this tractor isn't really set up for the front to work the front tank with the control boxes and all the wires and the pipe going front to back, so we haven't got this one set up yet, so we'll probably just use the other one for that. Yeah, so we're on RTK here at the minute, just because we want to set out these tram lines, get them all perfect in the right place, get the boundaries measured perfectly, and then as soon as I've been around all the fields once, I'd say I'll put this, we'll give the RTK dome over to Peter on the sprayer, so that he has it for driving the tram lines. It'll be more useful for him for doing that, because after this, you know, for drilling and stuff, there's no real need, because we don't put in, when we're drilling, we're not putting in tram lines, so like we don't need the repeatability. In fact, we're normally drilling at an angle to the tram lines, so you know, once we've passed the pass accuracy, it's all we really need for drilling. So the SF1 and the other dome will do fine for that. I'll probably just use, well, hopefully everyone's not too busy at one time, but we'll hopefully use this RTK dome when we go back to do the main dressing, or the second split on the wheat and the barley, because some of those fields where we've just put in brand new tram lines, you know, in places where the crop is really good, it'll probably be, even though we've driven it once, it'll still be quite tricky to see it the next time, so it'll be useful if we can have the RTK in it, so just to put us back bang on the track. I'm also kind of interested just to try it myself and just see that we do, you know, get back to exactly the right spot where we need to be, because obviously it's our first time with the RTK system, so while I'm fairly confident it will work, I just like to see it myself once. And, you know, I'll be happy enough if, like, it'll probably be a couple of weeks in between, at least a couple of weeks in between the two passes, so if when we get back to the field everything lines up perfect after 2 weeks, then it should be good. I'll be happy that it's working the way it's supposed to be.